Hi everyone, Linda Reed-Enever. Welcome back to another episode of Ask Linda. In this episode of Ask Linda, I want to touch base on the negative reviews that possibly pop up in the world of Facebook for you. Now, one of the fears that we see pop up in the world of business, and I see pop up in the business group quite regularly, is that someone's been given a negative or an unfair review that actually doesn't relate to your business. So in this episode of Ask Linda, we are going to tap into what happens when we get a negative review and some ways that you can respond to it and give some strategies. If it's your first time stopping by, make sure you subscribe and we'll get into the video shortly. Okay guys, so this episode of Ask Linda is all about that moment in time that you get a negative comment or an unfair review on Facebook and how do you handle it. It is one thing that I understand your fear. It happens, but it also happens to all of us. And now thankfully Facebook has some review processes in place that you're able to have your negative or unfair reviews reviewed by Facebook if they need to be. Now the first thing when we look at a negative or a review that's a 1-star or 2-star, a recommendation that is a little bit negative with us on Facebook, we've got to run ourselves through a couple of checks first. One, is it something that we actually did and do we need to own up for it and offer some customer service? And we do that politely. We offer it by customer service. Two, are they a legitimate customer? Did they buy from us? Did they actually engage with our business? Do they have the right to leave a review for your business in the first place? The other thing that we need to look at as well is if we did do something and if we did muck up, we need to take responsibility for it, and we can move that message in-house by addressing the message and saying, I'm really sorry about your concerns. Please send us an email and we'll do our best to rectify it. The one thing you can't do when you've got a negative review is stay silent the definite thing you don't do is come back on the defensive and the negative and start attacking the person that's left you the review, because these reviews form part of people's opinion of who you are, and they are going to create future judgment for you. So in this Ask Linda video, what I would really like to do is give you some tips on how to handle those negative reviews. So first of all, one, make sure it's a review that actually happened in your business. That it's a product or service. Some people go out there and, it's unfortunate, they'll leave negative reviews that have absolutely nothing to do with your business, like the one I'm going to show you later on in this video when we remove a review, which was actually someone who just didn't want my business page appearing in their newsfeed. So they decided to leave a negative recommendation rather than just unliking the page. So that one had nothing to do with my business, so I've sent that one to Facebook to be reviewed. But there are going to be some moments in times when maybe you dropped the ball, maybe your customer service wasn't great, maybe you had a tech issue, maybe something popped up and you need to apologize and, say, I'm really sorry that happened to you, or to help me understand this better, can you please shoot us an email, and try and take it in-house and off social media where the emotion isn't high. Now, it's understandable as a business owner for your emotion to be high when someone says something about your baby and your business and you want to go on the defensive. But please, if you are feeling like your hands are shaking, that something's negative happening in your world, or you're upset about it, don't go back on the negative. The first thing when we get all of these reviews is respond politely. Respond as nicely as you possibly can to the person on the other end and let them know that you've heard their complaint and their issue. And even if it doesn't have anything to do with your business, respond and say, look, I can't find anything on my records about us ever doing business together. Can you shoot me an email and send me some details? Because that one also gives an indication about where people are. So in particular, it's about responding nicely and calmly. And you might even go that little bit step further and help them with their issue, especially if it's something you can help with right there and then. If it's a customer service issue that you have done business with someone and you can help them there with a simple and easy response, then show your future audience that you can help them there with a simple and easy response. If it's something more detailed and you need to do some research, let the person know you need to do some more research and ask for the best way to contact them to follow up. Okay, all you need to show people when you've got a negative review is that, one, you care, and two, you will follow up and you will look into it. So that is a big thing. Then there are the unfair recommendations, the ones where the customer hasn't done something, or they've taken something out of context, or the review just isn't a true reflection of what went on. And those unfair recommendations are the ones that you can appeal to have Facebook to remove. So it's either unfair or it's negative, an unfair review, or it's the unrelated review, and there's all of those opportunities. And even spam reviews, so some people are starting to spam your page by leaving reviews, which, believe me, does happen. You can have them reviewed. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to duck off camera and show you the process of how you can have your review appealed and reviewed and looked at by Facebook if you land in that situation of an unfair or a not relevant review coming up on your page. Okay, guys, we're here on Facebook, and now it's time to find that review that we need to give opinions on. Now, I appealed and reviewed the review I was talking about earlier in the video this morning, so I may not be able to show you that one, but I can show you how to appeal and review a review without going through all the steps. So your review, you can see here, you've got mine sitting at 4.9 out of 5 people based on the opinion of 28 people. You can also see the reviews tab here. You click on either of these buttons, and that is going to take you to your recommendations and reviews. So let's head off to that page, and I will show you how you can appeal a review. So here you can see my reviews that have come through here through the process. Now, the unfair recommendation that I had this morning was sitting in the most recent tab. So let's see if we can see where it is. No, it has disappeared from Facebook, but I can still show you what it is. So that review in particular was about someone who didn't know who I was, didn't know what they wanted to do with my page, and why did they want to be involved liking my page. And I can't force someone to like a business page, and I cannot, stop things happening in their newsfeed because Facebook suggested all those ads. So I chose to respond to that one with some nice little messages, and I might overlay a screenshot in very shortly. To show you what I did. And I basically just responded really, really nicely and kindly to the person, just saying, look, this is how you can unfollow my page. This is how you can do it. And then I hit the report button to Facebook and ask them to look at it. So to appeal a review, and Sarah, please apologize. I apologize if you're watching. I'm not wanting to appeal your review. I'm just going to show everyone from this one here because it's a nice 5-star review, and I love that she recommends me. But you can see here, you've got a little information button here, and this is where you will find the find support and on report recommendation. So if you click on that one, it'll bring up a series of opportunities for you to get some support and find some recommendations. So when recommendations not relevant, if they haven't done any business with you, an unfair recommendation, if the recommendation has nothing to do with your business. The other ones, the spam and all of those sorts of ones are there. There's hate speech, there's all of those sorts of things. There's a couple that you can provide from, but basically what it means is you can stop the unfair reviews, the ones that haven't been doing businesses, or the trolls coming to review, or the competitors and those sorts of things, by using the appeals process in Facebook. Now, it's pretty quick. As you saw, I appealed a review that was up there on my page this morning. By 6 o'clock tonight, it's all gone. So there you go. That's how you appeal the review. So good luck if you need to do it. Once again, remember, act calmly. It'll be all okay in the end. Okay, there, guys, that is how you can go through that review process. I hope the video has helped you. If it has, share it along with someone else. I look forward to creating more Ask Linda videos for you in the future. So if you have a question, please ask, and I would love to create one for you. Otherwise, have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever time you're watching this. I really do hope this tip has helped you. And if it's an unfair or an irrelevant review that's been left on your page, I hope it disappears soon. But if not, just remember, provide customer service, and you may not have to work with this person again, but the people reading your reviews will want to work with you because of the customer service you provide.